Hello and welcome to Just Us Thinking. I'm your host, Michael.
And I'm your co-host, Rebecca.
And I'm your AV guy, Mikey.
You're already laughing still, are you? Okay. We got a new, we changed the name again. These are going to be called Video-Sodes going forward. We finally settled on a name.
Yep. So
because I can't shut up and...
Yeah, you couldn't keep the mini. You had to go way longer than you wanted.
I minied the list, but the mini on the sode didn't go right. So they're called Video-Sodes now. Deal with it. All right. And we have a new one.
Yeah, give us a couple weeks. We'll probably change it again.
You're probably right. Now we did a video-sode, or we call it a mini-sode, but
yeah,
it was a video-sode.
That one was a mini-sode.
Yeah, that was a mini-sode. That was women devalued.
Yep,
and that's what we kind of went down the rabbit hole of what women shouldn't do and stupid stuff women do, right?
Yeah.
It's guess what, guys?
It's your turn. This one is going to be Jeepers Creepers.
Now, this is going to be all about creepy guys, right?
Yes, it is.
All right. Like I said it in the women's episode as well. There's a lot of crap that I don't like that they do.
Yeah.
Guys, we're just as bad, okay?
Or
Telling
as
you
dumb.
that right now. Probably more dumb, but yeah. So take us down the road of this story.
Okay, so what inspired this video-sode was we were talking, I think it was like a friend of a friend kind of thing, and she mentioned where she had met this guy for lunch.
So I think that they were going on a date, I think.
Yeah, it was like a lunch dinner date.
You didn't explain that. You got to tell them that there was a date. It was a setup for a date. I think they were trying to like find a time, and they were kind of bouncing schedules.
Yeah.
Dating in this world is hard. Okay, I get that. So apparently they finally decided to meet up for lunch.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, she told him what she did for a living, and he proceeds to tell her that he basically was an insurance fraudster. He would go and he would do the whole auto insurance thing, where he would hit people with their cars or have them
purposely get hit.
Yeah, purposely get hit by somebody to get an insurance claim with their auto insurance.
So they're pulling in front of them and cutting them off and then slamming on his brakes so they run into it, and so the person in the back is at fault. Okay.
I was like, wow. I'm like, I haven't heard something crazy like that in a long time.
Hey, guys.
That's not impressive. I wouldn't start with that.
Well, I mean, I gotta give the guy kudos for just coming right out and saying it. I gotta say, got a pair of balls on you, dude. But
I mean, I guess at least he was honest, but still, I mean, at least make it sound like.
Is that second date material then?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if that's. Listen, if you're an insurance frauder, keep that to yourself.
Yeah.
Don't tell that to. You know what? When you get married, you can say it, okay?
Yeah.
Because then there's kind of she can't testify against you because she's married to you now. I mean.
Yeah, because I mean, I can see dating for a couple months and something goes wrong, he cheats on her or something, and then, she turns him into the police and they investigate him and find out what he's been doing, and there's this big old arrest. That'd be kind of funny.
That's not something, that's creepy as hell.
I know.
Hey, hi, I work for this company. I defraud people for a living. Yeah. I don't actually have a job. No, and here's the thing: the story got worse.
Yeah.
And we were both there when she told the story, because they went to go pay.
Yeah.
And I guess he was gonna make her pay.
Yeah, she requested separate checks.
Yep.
She took her checkup and was like, he's paying for his.
That's a telltale sign that the date didn't go well.
Exactly.
There are guys, and this is my problem with guys especially. We're clueless. We are dumb shits.
Yeah.
I hate to say it that way, but we are dumb shits. We are oblivious to when shit goes wrong.
Yeah.
We are.
You
I am almost betting that this guy like walked out of there going, huh, that went pretty good.
I bet he did, yeah.
No, she's never gonna call you. That's not gonna happen ever.
Yeah.
That's just crazy, right?
It is, yeah. I mean, I just like I said, I was like, he said he did what? Like,
Yeah.
he actually admitted that? I don't think I would admit that.
How? I mean,
I'd have been like, I work in auto insurance or something.
I'm telling you, the police department needs to starting on a dating app, because you could get all kinds of criminals confessing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
What do you do for a living? I do insurance fraud and I rob banks. Oh, really? What bank did you just rob? All right, we got him. Let's go.
You have the right to remain silent.
We're that stupid. Okay. Now we have another. We know we've heard a couple of these stories, so
Yeah.
we do our research. There's another story here. I'll let you go for it.
All right. So, we were recently at a bowling alley, and one of our friends had invited his, a girl who was a friend.
It wasn't a girlfriend. It was a friend.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was ever established that there was trying to be dating. They were friends.
Yeah.
They had been friends for a while. So I don't know if it was ever, thought of that, okay, this is going to be a date.
Right.
Okay.
So, we're drinking, we're having a good time in the bar. And then all of a sudden, her other friend shows up.
Which happened to be a guy.
Yeah.
Who I remember like it saying, well, this is just a friend.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well,
cool.
Yeah, that's cool. The more the merrier when we're going out.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. Okay.
Yeah. So next thing we know, like, they're like kissing.
No, that wasn't. That was tonsil hockey.
Tonsil hockey.
and dry humping.
Yeah. And we're like, wait a minute. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
It's just like, okay then. Yeah. So
it was interesting to watch.
it was.
Because, scary movies like Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah.
You get that twist in the movie. We had the twist on this thing. I'm like, we're having a good time. I'm like, oh, she shows up. I'm like, okay, this is cool.
Yeah.
And then another guy shows up. I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden, tonsil hockey, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. What happened here? I don't know where we got
come from.
we went from 0 to 60 way too fast.
We did.
So that was kind of crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I was just like, wait a minute, what?
So now, if you're a girl or a guy, I'm gotta put this out to both parties here.
Yeah.
Both sides. If a guy asks you to go out bowling, or if he's asking you out to go do something, you probably one or both of you probably need to say, hey, what's going on? Is this a date? Are you trying to date me? Are we just friends or what?
Yeah.
I think because that's where the confusion starts.
And I can see that. Yeah. That makes sense.
No, I like watching the judge shows.
Yeah.
And so there's this guy that he was like dating. He was trying to hook up with this like social influencer.
Okay.
And he texts her and he goes, "Hey, do you want to go do drinks?"
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Yeah." And I guess their schedules got messed up. And finally they got together.
Okay.
He's like, "Yeah, if you want to meet for drinks, we can meet here." So he showed up. She showed up 45 minutes late.
Yeah.
Don't show up late to date.
Right.
Guys or girls. It's fashionably late doesn't work.
Yeah, that's not right.
That's not courteous. But she showed up and, she was on her phone the whole time, ordered dinner, ordered all kinds of stuff. He's like, I didn't agree to pay you dinner. I agreed to pay you, and I've seen it on both sides.
Yeah.
You need to establish the boundaries of the date from the very get-go. And here's the thing. If you are asked out, so guys, if you ask a girl out, you got to pay. Whoever initiates the date pays.
Okay.
I'm just that's just so. Now if the girl's saying, "Hey, I want to go out with you," and this and that, and she asked him out, I hate to say it, but she's gonna have to pay too.
That's true.
It's whoever initiates the date.
Okay.
Now the guy should do the right thing and say, "No, I got this."
Yeah.
But she should also not bring a date on there either.
Yeah.
So
I was like, this is so awkward.
it was. It really was.
Yeah.
Now that's just, guys, don't jump from girl to girl. Here's the thing. When you go to these dance clubs and you do all this kind of crap and you're like dancing with this girl and then you turn around and start dancing with another girl, you're asking for trouble.
Oh, yeah.
You're a dumbass. It's just kind of crazy with the guys that especially now, those are a couple of the I guess, half dating stories that we have. There's tons of them that are, go really, really bad. So.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard a lot of like workplace horror stories too. Like,
yeah.
Like the boss hitting on one of the workers, or, some workers having like a love triangle and all this stuff. So
Yeah.
it's just, fortunately, I was like, when I was in the call center, like it was mostly women, but like the few men that we had in our office were like married. So, they were pretty much off limits. So, you didn't have that. Fortunately, we didn't have that kind of drama in our office, so that was nice.
There used to be a company here in Omaha that used to be called West Corporation.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty much done.
Okay.
I worked there. I really did, for a little bit anyway.
Yeah.
And the West turned into an acronym.
Okay.
Where everybody sleeps together.
Oh.
Because there were so many people intertwining and
Wow.
crap that happened. It was not. Don't dip your personal pens in the company ink. I don't think you should do that.
Yeah, no, because you're
asking for trouble.
Yep.
And I will tell you these gym stories where these guys, like, they like to rip off their shirt and like,
Yeah.
oh, look at how macho and sexy I am. No.
Yeah, you're just kind of crazy.
Yeah,
and
you're
creepy.
just.
Yeah.
That's kind of creepy. I mean, you don't walk up to a girl and just take off your shirt.
Yeah.
To me, that's creepy. I'm sorry, you just don't do it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. And then here's the other thing that, here, guys, this is what we do too. And I'm going to tell you now too. When we start to get rejected and we understand that now we're getting rejected,
Mm-hmm.
y'all get pissed. Y'all get like, you guys like, instead of just accepting it, they go like full bore psychotic on them, don't they?
They can, yeah.
I just craziness.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I bought you dinner and you owe me. I'm like,
Yeah.
no shit, you bought dinner. That isn't servitude there.
Right. Yeah.
Now, if she bought the lobster, we know that's the truth. But
Okay.
don't order the lobster, ladies. If you got to put out for lobster. Apparently,
You do?
yeah, it's a thing.
Okay.
I don't know why
I didn't know that either. Okay.
you don't like the lobster, so
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Right?
Say no, thank you.
Yeah. So there's like dating do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
You need to set the boundaries right off the bat.
Yeah.
You need to know where everybody's going with this, okay?
Yeah. You don't talk about religion, politics, or money.
Now that's across the board. That's not just dating, guys. That's across the board.
Like work.
Yeah, work. Yeah, and I mean, and you're gonna come off creepy. I don't care where you think you're gonna go with it. You sound creepy.
Yeah.
So you go on a date. You don't go, so how are you doing? Do you believe in God?
No.
You don't do that.
No.
You don't. Now, if faith does come up, I get that. It can come up. You need to be very, very careful.
Right.
And know the signs. Politics are another thing.
Oh yeah.
You don't walk up and say, so, you for the elephant or the jackass? You don't do it.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah.
I'll tell you, they're both jackasses. One's an elephant that's a jackass.
That is very true.
But you don't talk about politics, especially on a date.
Yeah.
And then you also don't talk about money.
Okay.
The last thing you want to do as a guy is go, hey, I'm a supervisor for my company and I make 6 figures. What do you do? You don't do that.
Yeah.
What if she just went back to school and she's doing something else?
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Because otherwise
know.
you're inviting her to be your
Sugar daddy.
Yeah, you're bringing yourself to be a sugar daddy. So might not want to keep that. Might want to keep that under wraps for right now.
Now, I would say eventually those topics will come up.
Yeah.
And here, guys, I'm telling you this right now. Don't get drunk on a first date.
Yeah.
Because you come off bad. Really bad.
Yep.
You start to sound like a jackass. You start bringing up subjects like the 3 we just said that you should not be bringing up. I'm sorry, you just don't do it.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. We're oblivious.
Very true.
I've watched people like start to go down that road.
Yeah.
And we've been bowling for quite a bit. And a lot of people go bowling on a first date.
Yeah.
I get that. Go play darts, go to a bar. A lot of people go places on a first date. And I looked over and you could tell that this couple was on a first date.
Okay.
You could tell. And then he said something.
Mm-hmm.
He said something and her whole demeanor changed.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Her face changed, her demeanor changed. She all of a sudden I could look over there and go, "Yep, that went bad."
Oh, okay.
I mean, she kind of like, she kind of shied back.
Yeah.
When you're on the date, you need to start paying attention to those cues.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you do that, it's done. And I will tell you, a good clue is when she's saying, "It's getting late, I gotta go," and she's trying to get out of there. Do not, in any circumstances, start doing the, "Oh, one more. I thought we were gonna do this," or I thought we were gonna go get drinks after we're bowling, or some bullshit story.
That's annoying.
There's a reason she's there's a reason she's trying to get away.
Yeah.
Right?
There's a reason she wants to go home.
And it's to get away from you. Am I wrong?
No.
So I'm probably, when I was younger, I probably fell in that category too.
Yeah.
I would say I've really learned on a lot of these. So,
okay. Yeah.
And then I've also learned that, yeah, you don't do a lot of this shit.
Yeah.
Before me, did you have any of these issues?
I had a couple, yeah.
I remember that creep.
Yeah. I remember I'd gone out with this guy. We had gone and got a couple drinks or something. And I was getting ready to go out of town the next day. And I was like, well, I got to go. I'm going to be up early in the morning and blah, blah, blah. And he said something along the line of, well, don't come back pregnant on me. I'm like, what?
What?
I was like...
He just called you a whore?
Yeah. I was like, okay, bye.
Did you ever call him again?
No.
Yeah. You see, guys? You're a creep. You're a creep. You did it to yourself.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend, you're dating someone and she's going out of town for something. Don't call her a whore.
Yeah, because this was like the first time.
Who does that?
I was like,
Oh
okay,
my God.
bye. See
All
ya.
right. So, guys, it was your turn in the bucket.
Yep.
Don't do that stupid shit.
Yeah.
So, you want to summarize this one? No politics.
No politics, no religion, no money.
No calling her a whore.
Yeah.
And if you're committing crimes, probably save that for a third or fourth date. I don't know.
That's still like, she was telling us that. And that just, I was like, wow. I'm like, that.
I'm all for honesty in dating, but damn.
No. That one made me laugh.
Yeah. If a guy invites you out to a date, or if a girl invites a guy out to a date, don't hit on her friend.
Yeah.
God, you know how many times I've seen that kind of shit happen too? Oh my God. It's like, I don't think she's into me, so I'm going to hit on her friend here right in front of her.
Yeah.
If it was going to go well, it's not now.
Right? Yep. You pretty much screwed that.
That fantasy in your head isn't really what's
Yeah.
going to happen. I'm sorry. It's just not. So, well, if you like our shows, if you like what we do here, you could subscribe on Facebook, Instagram, and on X.
Yep. And then you can listen to us on pretty much any podcast player like iHeart, Spotify, Apple, Samsung, YouTube Music.
You said it right that time.
I did.
And then you could also watch our video-sodes and also listen to us on YouTube, Rumble, and then we do post on TikTok for a little bit anyway. So
yeah.
We'll see how that goes. So
until it gets banned or something.
Yeah,
so
we'll see what happens. So
yep.
But thank you guys for listening. We'll have more shows coming out here for you, and hopefully we won't change the name again. So
all right, bye everybody.